2 beans are 2 ASMR. That's cringe.
I'm sorry. Today, we're going to be reading you the book that we wrote. It is a full book. It is 8 pages. So there's 2 main characters, and there's some side characters too. There's 2 main characters. There's two. Can you chip it on the edge of my head? One of them is named Cardino,
which will be betrayed by Lydia. And the other one is Bartholomew,
which will be betrayed.
Portrayed.
Sid will be betraying Bartholomew.
By the way, I wrote the Bartholomew perspective, and Lydia wrote the Cardino perspective.
Cardino and Bartholomew. This is the lost artifact of Macadam Falls, Canada. Book 1.
We're gonna start with Cardino's perspective.
Okay.
Our book is up here. It's published.
So we're just gonna sort of
book.
It's just gonna be sort of looking past you the whole time. Okay. Forgive me if I giggle. Chapter 1. Cardino. Believe it or not, it isn't easy being the Emperor's son. The peasants up on Mars were obsessed with Cardino, which was understandable. He was pretty hot, with his mismatched eyes of neon yellow and dirt brown, and his locks of jet black hair that reached the floor, kept perfect and shiny by Earth's atmosphere. It made perfect sense that they all loved him, some saying he was even hotter than cheese bread. But even with his stunningness, that's a reference to our other book. Maybe I'll read that one next time. Leave a comment. Comment in the
blue section.
In the blue section.
blue section. Okay.
But even with his stunningness, Cardino had begun to feel more and more lonely as the days passed in the Emperor's palace. The only person who was close to his age was one of the court person's daughters, Bartholomew. She was a peasant from Mars, who often visited the palace with her mother. Because of this, Bartholomew and Cardino had grown up together. But Cardino had hated her with a raging fit since they were wee little kids. The reason he hated her, you ask? Well, it was because her dad had killed his best deer. And in revenge, Cardino had killed her dad. Mr. Anchovy made him do it. Cardino didn't know if he and Bartholomew would ever reconcile. Cardino sighed. It was hard being the Emperor's son. Now we are on to Bartholomew's perspective. Oh no.
Bartholomew warped from sobs to the Sargentinian fashion show catwalk as she looked at her frizzy, dry hair. Cardino could never love her. No! Bartholomew punched her leg, leaving a donk bruise. She didn't love him. She hated him. She even prohibited him. She wasn't like the other girls, but secretly, she was. She had the same unfashionable hair, the same unfashionable clothes, the same sharp shoulders, the same bare toes, the same crush on the Emperor's son. She was a poet, and Bartholomew will know it. Next is Cardino. Give me that. I thirst for blood.
Mr. Anchovy grumbled in the back of Cardino's head. Cardino rolled his multicolored eyes. No, Mr. Anchovy, no blood for you.
Oh, beans.
Mr. Anchovy cussed under his breath. Cardino sighed. He'd been fighting Mr. Anchovy's evil voice for 17 years, and it was getting pretty annoying. Usually, Cardino was good at refusing all the evil things Mr. Anchovy told him to do, all except for that one time, when Bartholomew's dad had killed his best deer, Diego. Cardino had been so full of rage, and rage was Mr. Anchovy's favorite food. Before Cardino knew what was happening, Mr. Anchovy had made him kill Bartholomew's dad. Cardino sighed. The palace doorbell rang, making Cardino jump. He hurried to open it, and here she was, Bartholomew. He felt a raging fit begin to grow at the sight of her, and Mr. Anchovy was still muttering beans.
Beans, 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 beans. Bartholomew. My wrists ached like pain. They'd done that ever since I got my hands chopped off on my 4th birthday. And to make it worse, my rear end, my buttocks, my hindquarters, my opposite noggin, and any other peasant name for dirty, dirty word, ached from the hard seats of my mother's old rocket ship. It was the only thing we could afford to take us back and forth between Mars and Earth. Luckily, the ride was a short one. Only 10 silent cheers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This was not normal due to galaxy traffic. When we arrived at the palace, I let my mom ring the door. Ding dong. I held my head because I knew if I looked at Cardino, I'd start cringing and crushing. He opened the door. Oh, Beans! Maybe he thought I didn't want to look at his gorgeous face. Oh, Beans! I should say something. Oh, Beans! Here goes! Beans! 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 I yelled.
Bartholomew!
My mother cried.
Enough of that dirty pile of yours!
I tried to say sorry, but all that came out of my mouth was beans. I ran into the garden, and Cardino giggled at me.
We're on to
Chapter 2.
I watched Bartholomew run out of the garden, her fake hands flapping behind her like rotisserie chickens. She was so annoying, cussing at me and then bursting into tears for no reason. I rolled my eyes and turned away as her sobs faded.
Sorry about that, MP Jr.
Bartholomew's mom, aka the kid from Odd Squad, said awkwardly. She and Cardino had a strange relationship since Cardino had killed her husband. Mr. Anchovy made him do it. But they made it work. The kid from Odd Squad followed Cardino into the throne room where MP, the Emperor of Macadam Falls, Canada, sat. The kid from Odd Squad bowed and started telling MP all about how things were going on Mars. Cardino left the room quietly.
Beans, 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 beans!
Mr. Anchovy whispered. He'd been extra loud this morning, and Cardino wasn't sure why. Maybe it was just the presence of Bartholomew that got Mr. Anchovy all worked up. Suddenly, Bartholomew rounded the corner, crashing into Cardino. Oh, you're stinking! Cardino yelled at her. Bartholomew shrank away.
Oh, Beans!
She muttered under her breath.
I stayed in the garden for 5 sanitary minutes after Cardino and my mother went inside the palace. I couldn't wait and had to see Cardino's Barry Benson face again. I went into the castle through the back garden door and hid behind an enormous tree-shaped circular stone pillar that held up the stairs.
I love the architecture.
Yeah.
But we're so we're very creative.
I wrote this. My lips were whispering without command. I tried saying Beans quieter to cope with the beansy feelings that were going on through my head. I rounded the sharp square edge of the pillar. I thought it was circular. I was darting around for Cardino. She knew his face was the only thing that would stop these thoughts and feelings. She saw him nearing the pillar where she stood. He was looking at his microscopic pocket watch and not looking where that's not a pocket watch. Where he was directing his opposite noggin. Bartholomew quickly pretended to run into him, but then decided it was a bad idea. I shot back and started muttering beans and venting like crazy. But the whole time, his face was all I could focus on. He turned around, NPC style, and jogged up the elegant earthly stairs. I followed him while pressing the sneak button to make sure I didn't fall in any lava pits. I spiraled after him, and by the time we had gotten to the 3rd story, my legs felt like moist noodles.
I raced into my bedroom faster than a rotisserie chicken with speed boost enabled. I slammed the door behind me.
Beans!
Mr. Anchovy shouts, making my ears shout. Ever since seeing Bartholomew, Mr. Anchovy has been extra worked up. I don't really want to kill her, but Mr. Anchovy seems insistent. I begin to walk to the other side of the room. It will take me about a few years to get there because that's how big my room is. The Emperor's Palace is pretty epic, and my room is one of the best. It has a built-in Black Rock coffee and a life-size model of the airship from Among Us.
Beans.
Mr. Anchovy says angrily. Be quiet, Mr. Anchovy, I say. Suddenly there's a crash as my door slams open. It's Bartholomew again. She's so annoying. Mr. Anchovy starts going bonkers as soon as he sees her.
Wait, does she say that?
What are you doing in here? Why are you so obsessed with me? I yell at her.
Beans, I mean, Beans!
Mr. Anchovy has a tiger flare when he hears her say his favorite word.
Sorry!
Bartholomew yells. She bursts into tears again. Oh, what is wrong with her?
Next chapter. Well, this is awkward. Krusty, or is Krusty not? I say to Cardino. BTDBS isn't looking at me. He's absolutely rootin', tootly, bombastically looking, but also super hoot,
Krusty.
he says. His goofy is as hard as Gooby Gooby. Sorry. I didn't mean to, Bartholomew says hesitantly.
Whatever. Can you go now, please?
He said. Oh, okay. Wait, no, I insist. We have to talk. It's not okay that you blame me for something my dad did, I yelled.
No, I said get out!
Cardino yelled, infuriated. Fine, see if I care. I sat in my mom's rocket ship, cross-legged on our way back from Earth. I tried to get to the Sargentinian catwalk, but all I could think about was Cardino. This was all I knew. I hated him. Completely hated him. I had said I did before. Oh, just a minute.
Formatting.
But this time, it was true. Chapter 3.
I hated how I almost felt bad for Bartholomew. Sure, her dad had killed my best deer, and I miss Diego dearly. Get it? You get it dearly because he's a deer. Diego is a deer. But why should I blame Bartholomew for that?
Beans. Say beans.
Mr. Anchovy whispered. This was something he did when he got especially worked out trying to get me to say beans. But I never did. I was worried he would take over my whole head if I said it. Fee-fi-fo-fum, I say instead, which is enough of a bad word that Mr. Anchovy shut up for a little while. He loved bad words almost as much as murder. I didn't care, but somehow all I had in my mind was Bartholomew. Weird. I shivered, trying to teleport myself to another place, anywhere else.
No!
I heard from the basement. I panicked, quickly dropping my teleporting anchovy and focused on the clanging from downstairs.
Go! I want the beans!
Mr. Anchovy whispered eagerly. I tilted my head, confused, as I galloped crustily down the stairs.
Son?
MP called me. I walked up the spooky stairs to the basement.
Where is it?
MP yelled as he continued clattering around. I stood in the doorway as MP pushed boxes around and looked through crates. What? I said, stopping the camera on my shoulder. What is happening right now? Cardino entered the room slowly.
You took them!
He looked daggers at me. I started running, summoning 2 other versions of him who were holding glittery nail polish containers and both looked much hotter than the real MP. All 3 stomped towards me. The fake MPs grabbed Cardino's nose and yanked him towards MP.
Got your nose!
They all muttered in a deep voice, much deeper than MP's real voice. MP whispered to him ragingly.
Where is it?
Cardino turned to him scaredly. What? He said, being a big silly wonk.
The beans!
Mr. Anchovy screamed in the back of Cardino's mind.
Bartholomew stared up at the whole universe above her, as her house didn't have a roof. Don't ask. It was because when Cardino had killed her dad, he took off the roof. The sky was actually clouding, so she couldn't see anything. She started the song her father used to sing to her as a wee babe. Oh, don't you mind you living in my house as long as you feed yourself. Oh, don't mind mowing the lawn if I meet someone named Ron. Don't give beans if Bronkers. Cardino knows what that means. Bartholomew sighed. She loved that song. She fell into a deep sleep, comforted by her father's sweet song. When she woke, she heard a scream, one very strange, like something she'd heard before. Bartholomew sprang from a bed, all covered with white and pink sheets. She ran to her window where the light blue sky sparkled. As she looked out into the forest, a beam of light shot out from the forest, replicating the Minecraft beacon. Eyes clouded with regret as she ran back into her mine shaft. She went back to bed, unpausing her dress of the Sargentinian catwalk. And that's the end of our book. Tune back in when we write more. In 10 years' time.
In about 1, 2, 3, 9, 6, 8, 22. In about 10 years' time, we will release part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. For watching Beans of Tutu ASMR. Make sure to
to like and subscribe to Double Beans. I hope you got tingles and are sleeping now.